Even dogs love this workout.
I'm Erin. After over a decade of being a CrossFit coach and personal trainer, I ditched the gym for workouts at home. But even for a fitness instructor, working out alone can be tough. So I invite you to work out with me.
Welcome back. Today's workout is a little bit longer. We're doing 18 minutes today. We're going to be working on pacing and tapping into that endurance metabolic pathway. We'll put 18 minutes on the clock and start out with 1 minute of cardio. Preferably, I want you running. I'll be running up and down the driveway, probably with my golden doodle in tow. If you have space to run, that's what I'd like you to do. If you don't have space to run, I've got plenty of options for you that you can do in place, and they require no equipment. After our 1 minute of running, we'll be doing 10 sit-ups. If you have an ab mat, I'd like you to go ahead and grab that. If you don't have an ab mat, or you have no idea what an ab mat is, I want you to grab a towel, and we're going to use that to cushion our lower backs as we do our sit-ups. Then we'll be doing 10 squats. These can be body weight squats, and that'll give you a great workout. If you'd like to add weight, feel free to grab something weighted. I'm going to be using my amazing thrift store $3 11-pound dumbbell, but you can use anything you want. Maybe a dumbbell or a kettlebell or a weight plate, maybe a heavy book, a bag full of cans, a child, a gallon of water, maybe grab a heavy book, anything that could add some weight. And then again, remember, the weight is optional. Gather what you need, and then let's get warmed up. Let's get warmed up. So we've got that cardio in today's workout, and that's what we're getting warmed up to start. I want you to start with 20 seconds of feet rocking. So we're coming up on our toes and then lifting our toes up as we rock back on our heels. Getting those ankles moving, calves moving, just warming up our lower body a little bit before we go into any impact. A little bit more feet rocking. Good. Now I want you to go into a boxer shuffle. So put your hands up in front of you as if you're boxing and just shuffling from foot to foot, side to side, nice and easy. We're bouncing on the balls of our feet, just letting our heels barely kiss down to the floor. A few more seconds here. And now we're going to jogging in place. So just pick those heels up underneath you. Let's start pumping the arms. Hopefully you're breathing a little bit heavier now. Get that blood flowing through your body. Keep jogging in place. And now we're going to leg curls. So we're bending our knees, pulling our heels up toward our butt, keeping our knees pointed down toward the floor. You might feel a little bit of a stretch through the quads here, and we're thinking about squeezing our hamstrings. Keep moving here. Now we're going to that knee pull. So we're bringing our knee up to our chest, grabbing our knee, pulling up. Each time we pull a knee up, abs are in strong, as if we're doing a crunch. And as we pull that knee up, especially if we've been doing lunges lately, we might feel a stretch through that glute area. That's okay. Now we are doing that cradle stretch. So bringing that lower leg up diagonally across our body as if we were cradling a baby. So make sure to hold onto that knee and the ankle. You want to pull the knee and the ankle up, feeling a little bit more of a stretch here through that glute region. Keep alternating that cradle stretch. Good, now we're going back to that leg curl. Bending the knees, bringing the heels up toward our butts. Maybe you can move a little bit faster, maybe get a little bounce in it. 5 more seconds here. One more time with the knee pull. So bringing our knees up. And again, maybe we can pick up the pace here as well. And then it's one more time through that cradle pull. Bringing our leg up diagonally across our body, feeling that stretch through our glutes. Excellent, let's keep this warm up going with 3 rounds of 20 jumping jacks, 10 lunges, and 5 floor to ceilings. Here we go, 20 jumping jacks.
how I wanted to.
Going into 10 lunges. I like to step back into my lunges. If you can get that back knee all the way to the floor, that's great. If not, just go as low as you can. It's just the warm up here. We're just getting our body moving, ready for our workouts. Keep going. We're doing 10. And 9, 10. Next up, we're doing 5 floor to ceilings. We're taking our feet a little bit wider than shoulder width. We're squatting down to touch the floor, and then we're stretching up to touch the ceiling. 5 here. We're pushing our knees out as we squat down. Big reach up toward the ceiling. 2 more. And last 1. Now we're going back to those 20 jumping jacks. Here we go. And then 10 lunges. And 8, 9, 10. Let's do our 5 floor to ceiling. Squatting down and then big stretch up. 4 and 5. We're gonna do 1 more round of that 20 jumping jacks. Lunges. And 8, 9, 10. Last 5, floor to ceiling. Push those knees out, keep the feet flat, and big stretch. Last 2. Excellent. Let's talk about the movements we're using in today's workout. Today's workout starts with 1 minute of cardio, followed by 10 sit-ups and then 10 squats. For that cardio part, I have 5 options for you. The first option would be to run over a distance. That's what I'm going to be doing today. But if you don't have space to run, follow along with me and let's all try these different cardio options. Your first option is running in place. Everyone start running in place with me here. Let's keep that warm-up going. Running in place can be lower impact if we don't lift the feet quite as high, and it can be higher impact the faster we go. But even if we're going for that higher impact, higher intensity, I don't want you slamming your feet into the floor. That landing should be light. So option number 1 is running over space. Option number 2 is running in place. Option number 3 is pulled from our warm-up, jumping jacks. Let's do 10 more jumping jacks together. Excellent. Option number 4 would be high knees and or butt kicks. Try this with me. High knees is pulling your knees up as high as you can. Abs are in strong. This can be pretty challenging. So if you opt to do high knees, you might want to do 30 seconds of high knees and then switch it up for 30 seconds of butt kicks, which is where we're using our hamstrings to pull our heels up toward our butts. Our last option for cardio, option number 5, is going to be mountain climbers. Mountain climbers is tough because it brings the upper body and the core in along with cardio. Give it a try though. We're going to come down to the ground in a plank position as if we were going to do a push-up. Now we're driving one knee up toward our chest, jumping to switch our feet so that the other knee comes up. Keep going here. We're keeping our shoulders over our wrists, keeping our butts down out of the air so that our body is in a straight line. Now we've tried all of our cardio options. Pick the one that's going to be best for you. Also in today's workout, we're doing sit-ups. So after our minute of cardio, we'll do 10 sit-ups. If you have an ab mat, we're going to use that. And then the ab mat cushions our lower back. So we would put it behind us so that our lower back has support as we come back and do our sit-up. If you don't have an ab mat, you're grabbing that towel that you got earlier, folding it so that there's more support under your lower back, and now again, your back has cushion. As we're doing our sit-ups, we have 3 different options for our legs. Follow along with me. We're gonna do 5 at each leg option. Standard would be to have our knees up and bent. We're gonna keep our butt down as we sit back, gently tap the floor, and then come up and tap our shoelaces. Let's do 4 more. Tap the floor, tap the shoelaces. And 1 more here. The other option would be to have the soles of our feet together and our knees out to the side like a butterfly. Let's try 5 sit-ups here. Gently tap the floor, come up, tap the shoelaces. Our butt stays firmly in the floor the whole time. No matter how tired we get, we're not gonna crank our butt up in the air and use that as leverage to sit up. That's very dangerous for our lower backs. The third option for our sit-ups would be to have our legs out long. Let's try 5 sit-ups here. We're still tapping the floor behind us, tapping our shoelaces if we can. And 5. Those are your 3 options. Choose either whichever one is more comfortable for you or the biggest challenge for you. What I like to do, especially in a workout like today, is switch up my leg position every time I come around to the sit-ups. That's what you'll see me doing in today's workout. The last exercise in today's workout is squats. So we'll do 1 minute of cardio followed by 10 sit-ups and then 10 squats. For our squats, we want our feet shoulder width apart, toes facing slightly out at about a 15-degree angle. We're gonna keep our heels down on the ground as we sit back as if we were sitting into a chair. Follow along with me and do a squat every time I do a squat. So we're keeping our heels down, chest up, reaching our butts back. Keep going. In addition to keeping the heels down, every time we sit back, we're thinking about pushing our knees out. And as you stand up, we're still pushing the knees out, and you should feel these muscles here in the outside of your butt, the outside of your hips. Squeeze as you stand yourself up. 3 more squats. Really think about heels down, knees out, and keeping the chest and head up. Bodyweight squats just like this is perfect for today's workout. But if you'd like to add that weight, the way that we're gonna add it in today is holding it in front of us. This is called a goblet squat. So grab your weighted object if you have it, and let's do 5 more squats. If you don't have any weight, do 5 more bodyweight squats for me. Squats are exactly the same with that weighted object. We're still keeping our chest up, pushing our knees out. Okay, grab water if you need to. Get ready. This workout's about to get started. We've got a longer workout today, 18 minutes. We're working on that endurance. So we've got to make sure to pace ourselves and don't go all out in the first few minutes of the workout. I want your endurance to stay strong the entire 18 minutes. I'll have a clock up on the screen, and because our 1 minute of cardio is going to come at a different time for all of us, it's up to you to keep track of that. You'll see me running with my phone so that I know when that 1 minute of cardio is up. 1 minute of cardio, 10 sit-ups, 10 squats. Weight on the squats is optional. You got this. Let's go in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go.
Lights go down.
And time. Excellent job today. I am so proud of you for challenging yourself in that longer time domain today. Let me know in the comments how you did. I love hearing about your creative ways that you use weights. Thank you so much for joining me today for the stretch. For today's stretch, we're going to start down lying on our stomachs. We're going to stretch out our abs after all of those sit-ups. So come down on your stomach for me, and let's start out coming up to our forearms. So propping ourselves up on our elbows. Here, we're letting our back completely relax. We're relaxing our butt muscles. Might be feeling a little bit of a stretch through our abs. Now, if this is plenty of a stretch for you, then I want you to stay right here in what we call a Sphinx pose. If you're not feeling the stretch though, and we have 25 seconds left here, if you're not feeling the stretch there, I want you to press yourselves up, maybe to straight arms, maybe not. You can see my back is not being very flexible today. I can't even get my arms straight. I'm gonna stay in the Sphinx. Stay either in Sphinx or that straight arm pose we call seal. Regardless, we've just got 3, 2, 1, and let's relax out of that. All right, the next pose, we're going to keep our left knee back and take our right leg up so that our foot is underneath our knee. This is called our lizard pose. We're thinking about pushing our right knee out to the side, taking both hands to the inside of our right foot. Now you might be feeling plenty of a stretch through your hips and here through the front of this left hip flexor with your hands here and your arms straight. If so, that's great. We're gonna hang out here for another 45 seconds. If you have the flexibility though, and you need more of a stretch, you're welcome to come down onto your forearms. Now this might not be for everyone, and if it's not for you, that's okay. You can come right back up to those straight arms. Just go wherever feels best for you. We're gonna be here for another 25 seconds. And remember, we want this front ankle either under or in front of your knee, but not behind it. We'd like that knee pushed out to the side as much as possible, really opening up the hips. 10 more seconds here. Good, and then we're just gonna switch out this lizard stretch. So taking the right foot back now, leaving the right knee down, and we'll step that left foot forward, bringing that ankle either under or in front of that left knee. Hands are to the inside of that left foot. Remember, we can hang out here with arms straight, that's fine. But if we'd like that deeper stretch, we can come down onto the forearms. If we come down onto the forearms, or if we have our arms straight, regardless, we're pushing that left knee out to the side. We don't want our left knee caving in toward our body. We want it pushing out, getting that opening stretch through our hips. Once we find a place that is a good stretch for us, we're relaxing into the pose, taking deep breaths here, letting our heart rate come down after that endurance workout. Let's hang out here for another 20 seconds. Good, okay, we are gonna come back to our Sphinx or seal pose. So we're stepping that left foot back and again, coming back to our stomachs, choosing whichever pose is right for us, either the Sphinx where we're here on our elbows or the seal where we're coming up to straight arms, whichever one feels best for us today. We're stretching out the abs, keeping our butts relaxed, keeping our backs relaxed, just breathing here. We'll stay here for another 20 seconds. Good, and ease down from there. Our last stretch today is gonna be our downward facing dog. We might have some tight calves after all that cardio today. Let's first press ourselves up to hands and knees, and then with hands flat on the floor, we're tucking our toes, lifting our hips up toward the ceiling here in our downward facing dog. We'll be here for another 40 seconds. Now we're reaching our heels toward the floor, but chances are they're not going to touch, and that's okay. Because as we reach our hips up toward the ceiling and stretch our heels down toward the floor, we should feel a nice lengthening stretch through our calves and our Achilles and our hamstrings, all through the backs of our legs there. We're thinking about pushing the floor away with the palms of our hands and sinking our chest down toward our toes. So we might feel that stretch through our shoulders and our back as well. This is just a really nice full body stretch. Nice way to end this workout. We are here for 3, 2, and done. Go ahead and lower the knees on down. And before you go, I just want to hit you up with our unquittitude quote of the day. Again, I've got my book, The Obstacle is the Way by Ryan Holiday. And I'm going to read you a quick quote by Wendell Phillips that says, "What is defeat? Nothing but education, nothing but the first steps to something better." Which ties in with one of my favorite mantras, which is, I never lose. I either win or I learn. And I've had a lot of learning moments in my life. And if you look at the moments when you don't win as a way to learn, then no matter what happens in your life, it's always moving you forward toward your goal. Thank you so much for joining me today. I can't wait to see you next time.